Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal. Whoa! Hello, everybody. It's your boy Punky BFLB once again. Today is a big day. Leeds gonna face big team. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Let me show the camera, man. Arsenal, big team. So I don't wanna waste any minutes. I want to go to the starting 11 for Arsenal. We have Raya, the goalkeeper. And put the camera like this. We have Raya, Timber, Saliba Gabriel, Hinkapi, Rice, Zubimendi, Havertz, Saka, Trossard, and Gyökeres. At the bench we have Arrizabalaga, Mosquera, White, Odegaard, Jesus, Eze, Martinelli, Madueke, Calafiori. What a squad, man. Let me go to Leeds. Leeds starting 11. We have Dalo, Bubble, Gadmatson, Rodon, Strujic, Justin, Ampadu, Gruev, Starch, Harrison, Calvert, Lewin. At the subs they have Perry, Brian, Bono, Longstaff, Tanaka, Bonote, Okafor, Gonto, and Peru. You heard me, Peru. All right. The game is on right now. It's exactly 6 p.m. Kenyan time. That's 3 p.m. UK time. Let me go to the big game. We get to enjoy the match together. Let me create a poll.
That just caps off what I think we are against here at Elland Road. Both sides will,
Nice.
I think, have to start rightly. Many reasons said about where they are on the league table. Well, there's plenty of football still to be played, but these pressure moments are so massive in the Premier League.
Oh, nice. See, they're attacking. God damn.
One thing Arsenal do not want to do today is give this crowd another reason to make even more noise. It is bouncing in here this afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. I think that on the way that Leeds all set up already, you can see they've
Nice.
got
Let me
that
create
high
a
press.
poll.
They want to be in that final third. They're going to put pressure on Arsenal. But likewise, I think we see that reverse fashion. Huge game.
Start a poll
Huge
right
atmosphere.
about now.
Big day this for Leeds as well, who know they can increase the gap to those
Arsenal.
below. Here's Havertz looking to make something happen for Arsenal. That one just wasn't going up quick enough, was it? So Arsenal, we all know about their strengths in these situations, get themselves an early corner.
It's a good bit of pressure from
Kai Havertz. It's gonna be crazy.
He puts the pressure on to win that corner. As you said,
The
it's
poll
also
is on.
dangerous. Sometimes they depended so much on set pieces, corners.
As we see with Arsenal, as they so often do, push the
Let me
players
share my screen right about
beyond the
now.
back post. Madueke. He find a delivery here.
Madueke,
Now
let's
the movement
go.
starts and charge towards the front post. It's sent in by Madueke. Just break here on the edge of the box for Declan Rice, who does get to it first. To Trossard.
Let's go. Hincapie.
Hooks it onto Timber. Arsenal with 5 in the box here. In comes the cross. Roden gets his head to it, but he doesn't get it away. Manages to clear the box at the second attempt. Looks to thread one forward. Madueke can't quite take it with him. So just push him down the line. Goodmanson, the one change to the Leeds lineup here this afternoon from that draw at Everton 5 days ago. It's kept in Saki to Zubimendi, dealt with by Darlow.
Well, it's not been been a bad start, has it, from Arsenal on the front foot. Declan Rice is going to be key in that midfield for me today. I think if he can get real grip hold of that area in particular, I do feel that when he certainly is on song to grab the game by the scruff of the neck, I feel that we see better performances from Arsenal.
Interesting to see how Arsenal have set themselves up here this afternoon. Martin Odegaard dropping down to the Arsenal bench. Declan Rice makes his 300th Premier League appearance. Top player, isn't he? He's had some career already.
Yeah, yes. I mean, again, probably playing a little bit of a different role, isn't he? Today, I think he will be more of the key sitter, more of a holding midfield attitude. He's just really pushing on and joining in. That's where I think that Arsenal have to improve.
Is that
Quality they're having that final third
what do you got?
on the pitch.
Berkoni Havertz.
Himself in an Arsenal
What's that?
Havertz, Gyökeres second time.
Gyökeres second. Not Trossard.
Omega finish
Gareth
it.
Barry and Sterling, the only players that have got to 300 Premier League appearances at a
So
younger age.
maybe Rice
Rice
na
has
Havertz.
to build once again.
Love
Giving weight forwards
Saka.
by
Trossard,
Elland Road,
Gyökeres,
and his
and
technical area
Wade.
is
Kuna
Trossard.
Saka. Umewedi Rice Havertz.
Itu mabega funde lao.
And Rice, heavy first touch, but Super Mendy.
Nice,
Trossard
let's
again.
go.
We see more risk from Arsenal here today. That was one of the accusations after last week, wasn't it?
I think we will do, and that's why I Havertz in the team. I think he brings something in that midfield.
Just taken off his toes.
Let's
It's
go.
Trossard who finds himself over on the far side, but just runs out to Broom.
I feel that he's brought Havertz into the side. At times they have been.
And as what was said, the plan is, he just said, to carry on doing what we've been doing over the course of the last month. They are still the favourites to lift the Premier League. It's Leeds on their way here now for moving first towards the front post. Ruben looks to send it into the Mendy just to clear it away.
Come on, you Gunners. Come on, you Gunners.
As well, because he's such a brilliant guy, cross manager. He's turned it on since the formation. He's getting players better on the pitch. He's using as a fortress place there.
Who's voting no? Come on.
Have themselves a corner here. So Leeds trouble Arsenal from a set piece situation. It's a good team Daniel Farker has. I feel the set pieces are going to be very, very crucial here this afternoon. Comes the corner and it's flicked away by Kai Havertz. Did back in and Chris try and get there first, and he manages to do just that. Front of Anton Stack. Is there a way out here?
Let's go.
So goes down. Leeds fans are happy that he got a free kick.
Clever play from Trossard there. A little bit of pressure applied to him.
Saliba, let's go. Zubimendi, come on. Today, don't miss. Don't miss.
Trossard again,
Trossard.
120 in the opening minutes of this game. Real anticipation around Elland Road in the build-up to this one here this afternoon.
Nice pass. Trossard, come
Trossard
on.
under pressure.
Come on, Trossard.
Trossard and then
Oh, nice one.
for an Arsenal throw.
Trossard, let's go. Ikapi with the throw in. Let's go, Ikapi. Oh, wow.
That was all getting thrown in. Should be better, shouldn't it, from Koresh? Obviously, COYG under the watchful eye as well, hasn't he? Your area's been a fair few quid and that extra edge. Seems to have been the case so far.
So it's not Premier League games now. Just on the bench. It's just not posting the numbers they would expect this season.
Come on.
For sure. When you're looking at
Come on.
what they have and what they brought in, the likes of Cesar that hasn't really been given the game time. These players are added to a real pool of quality players that they have already.
Came his way. We know just how intense
Nice.
Marcus Slide can be as they hunt to win the ball back once again, and they've done just that. Bruce Stack manages to keep it in play. Done really well there.
God, what's happening with Arsenal? Oh my goodness.
Keep it in play. Done really well there.
No one really goes out to put that pressure on. And just waiting for him to come close. And when he takes the strike on, he's rising.
Oh my God.
Gyökeres, Pascal Stroud.
Need a goal, man. Arsenal, we
Just
need
trying
a
to be
goal.
clever there and utilise his strength.
We need a goal ASAP. Leeds with the ball again. Yeah.
Over the shoulder from Brewer. Knew that was coming. Without going long, thought about sending it down the line to find James Justin.
You know what? It's good play from well done because he could have easily tried to squeeze that ball forward.
Here is Justin now, but it's not the best of balls forward. You know just how much Leeds like to get those wide plays into really advanced areas.
Leeds are dominating at the
Style of
moment.
football is
Crazy.
perhaps more suited to playing for titles, which we've seen them do on numerous occasions in the Championship. But there's been a
Leeds are
need to
dominating.
change things
Oh
this
my
season. And of course,
God.
the big change that came at the Etihad, from which Leeds haven't looked back since going to a back three.
It's amazing, and it's great that you're looking at
Nice.
managers and what they
Let's
can do
go.
differently. That's what I do feel. In the Premier League, we've seen so many teams get promoted.
Timber.
But their identity hasn't changed, and that's where top managers, good managers, find a different solution to start winning games. You can take them away from being anywhere near a relegation battle.
Timber, let's go.
Weke again, and Leeds with two players. Suited winning possession back. Here's Gabriel Rice.
Leeds are dominating. Come on. Let's go. Timber.
Rice once again. Timber who can
That's my breaker. Come on.
move Arsenal forward. He
Break
looks
it.
into Madueke.
My breaker. Let's go.
Who there to tidy things up for Leeds.
No one was there. Come on.
It's interesting to see the two-shot formations of both sides, and just looking at the way the Leeds have set up, it doesn't look like they are actually a back four. This afternoon, I know that changes their out of possession. Just on this right-hand side, and John Bogle, there's been more of a right wing role today, but out of possession they are. Justin's going alongside Joe Rodon, so interesting one to keep an eye on that one.
Come on, Arsenal. 14 minutes. Still 0-0. It's crazy.
Forwards, but he's going to run out of play. Injury to Bukayo Saka. An injury, left hip injury.
Let's go.
Leon is longest run out to goal in the competition in his career. Comes on, flips it forward, looking for Gyökeres, who works it well to find Havertz. He
Let's
comes it
go.
on to find Zubimendi, who
Oh,
doesn't catch it.
Zubimendi,
Connection.
come on.
There's a little bit of combination play. It's great. Gyökeres'
Good
got to
goal,
be
man.
focal point. He gets hold of it. He's got a clever little play. Havertz and Zubimendi combining there.
Zubimendi.
Decision goes Leeds' way. This time they've been Arsenal here in the Premier League all the way back in November 2000 at the age of 4 with the goal. Rio Ferdinand was watching from the stands, having just joined the club from West Ham.
Throw
Being
it
tried
for
by Ethan Ampadu.
Leeds.
Actually, the Palace game here, and they caused no end of problems. These throw-ins.
Those problems again, plenty of distance
Oh,
on it
nice
from Ampadu.
defending. Let's go.
Tolo just flies one forward. Where's the target? It doesn't reach him.
Oh my God. We are cooked.
With the confidence here, Leeds.
Been good at home, they have. And they have. Well, trying to make this place a tough place to come. Lots of reasons. It's been a fortress for Leeds. They want to play some really tidy football at the moment with that confidence, with that purpose.
Beaten here in 5 at home victories over Chelsea.
Leeds are dominating.
Liverpool, Manchester United game, perhaps the only game where they found the going a little difficult in this new system. Manchester United, of course, were playing the back three themselves.
16 minutes, still nil-nil.
That's where you have to. Plan B, don't you? It's really back fine at times. It's a system that can be really effective, but it's
Leeds attacking.
side that
Oh
was
my
very similar in
God.
that sort of setup. It's hard, it's difficult.
They've had since coming to Manchester City in November, a very tough one to take at St
Leeds
James's Park
again.
when they lost so late on.
Oh my God.
Lucky challenge goes in and challenge
Free
has
kick
been
for Arsenal.
penalised.
Free kick for Arsenal. Lucky us.
Straight across. Was a foul. He's just looking for it as well, isn't he? So the strike comes right across. It's a touch away from him.
Coach Gyökeres that will be in for a tough and physical afternoon here. Happy to see him out himself. Forwards by Zubimendi seeking Gyökeres. This time in battle with
Gyökeres, let's
well, he
go.
finds Kai Havertz. Okay, offside flag raised.
Offside.
On the far side.
Now they are looking to get the ball into Gyökeres. And this is brilliant. Really good. It was a tight call as well.
Gyökeres score for Arsenal, man. Score today.
And it is a tight call. James Justin could have just been playing. No AK onside there.
Okay.
Arsenal being a little bit more direct into Gyökeres. Use him, play off him.
Nice. Gyökeres. We are losing the ball so fast.
Cherry Tintu. Quite difficult for Aronson over on the far side. Leeds emerge with possession. This time they go from back to front, seeking Calvert-Lewin.
What?
Very calmly dealt with by
What's
Gabriel.
happening?
It's very casual. Next to from the top defender.
It's his best start this afternoon for Gabriella returning to the team. Goals. So there's 2 stars back in the team. They needed them, haven't they, Arsenal? They needed those goals to be chipped in from the defenders with the problems that they've had, the open play chances they've created.
Oh my God.
So steps in well.
They need goals from all of the team. That's when you get that contribution from the defenders and midfielders. I do feel that that's the only area, that forward line, if they can get more of a tune in that forward area in the Premier League. It's been much of a problem in cup competitions, but to get back to domestic league, that's the important one where it's going to win them the title.
Problems from open play. They average lowest XG from open play in the Premier League through the course of January.
That's not defending.
To find a way to make it more creative, to make a few more things happen. Leeds get the free kick this time.
I think that's when you're going back to that nervous mindset, don't you, from Arsenal point of view. They've been close over seasons and fell away. Not had that positive mindset.
That's a need to be positive for once.
I think that more effective forward players are going to go win your games. It's not the case. The league's so competitive.
Just pulled back by Stuart Atwell. Feels at the moment, doesn't it? Just needs this one moment to make this game really clever ball forwards there to find Hammers. Now Trossard into the Leeds penalty area, but his cross is cut out.
Nice one, let's go.
Just looking at the back four, which it is Leeds, so there is a big space because the wide players are drawing central midfielders out. It's a clever run. Kai Havertz into a little 10 central pocket where we receive the ball.
Not working, let's go.
Okay. To get the better of Aaron's hands on up towards the back post there.
Corner.
Gonzalo worried.
Corner.
Nodded behind for an Arsenal corner. Doesn't appear in any real rush right now, does he, Declan Rice? Waiting for the cavalry to arrive.
Declan Rice. He's gonna take the corner.
Midway through the first half here at Elland Road. Again, crowd of players beyond the back post. Whipped in by Rice. Dangerous ball, but it's one which managed to
He's
get
a
out
good at
halfway.
defending. Gabriel.
Real sent it in. Behind, but the problem here for Leeds. Second attempt manages to get it away.
Let's
Now
go
Gabriel
again.
once again for Arsenal.
Nice pass.
Ball into the box, and it's one which is cut out by Strauch and helped on by Goodwinson.
It's good play from Arsenal. Patient approach and
If we continue like this, we're gonna win, man.
better. And Arsenal forwards might just get on the end of that. Remember, he tries to play. Remember, pass straight across that 6-yard area.
Top of the table for 127 days this
Corner.
season. Arsenal with the chance to extend their lead.
Look at the corner.
7 points here this afternoon, and get to go again from a corner.
I think with the games tomorrow as well, you know, Manchester City, it's the Villa playing. You do feel that this is one that they can just have that little bit of an edge, a little bit of cushion, just quiet the noise, the pressure on the two that are chasing.
Discussion taking place. Right,
Yeah,
just
good.
making way up to Declan Rice.
Cook something
Leeds
sweet.
some thoughts to him as well. So here we go again with the Arsenal corner.
Gabriel, let's go.
Gets a fist to it.
Come on.
It's Trossard. Aims a handball now in Capier, but his touch is heavy here. It's been cleared away.
Just look at it, Joe, Rodon there, celebrating clearance. I don't think he even headed it. I think he was just so pleased that they cleared that. I mean, it's chaos in that 6-yard area. That's why Arsenal are so dangerous. And deep runs into the near post. Everyone's got to be picking up and doing the job correctly.
Nice.
Gabriel to Rice.
Nice. Oh, throw in again. Come on. Come on.
He's over to take.
Nice.
Players way across the penalty area here for Arsenal. Comes from Declan Rice.
Why are they so good at defending? Come on.
Saliba.
Timber.
Timber to Madueke. Havertz, Gyökeres.
No
Gabriel
break.
waiting inside the penalty area. The cross comes now.
Ooh.
Ty Candalo prevent the corner. He's unable to do so. It's beginning to rack up now for Arsenal.
Yeah, they're asking the question, aren't they? They see Leeds back defensively. It's a movement from Timber. Pretty support on that right hand side from Madueke.
It's a period of pressure beginning to build here.
26 minutes, still nil. Oh my goodness.
Gabriel in the middle, there's plenty going on, crowded 6-yard box as it comes in. Darlow gets something on it and Leeds scrambling as far as Declan Rice pushed out wide to find Madueke. Who's gone down in the box. The game goes on. Madueke sends in the cross and Arsenal have the lead. It's a goal which has been coming. Flicked in by Martin Zubimendi. And it comes off the back of Arsenal's best period of the game. Leeds 0. Arsenal 1.
Nice one. Let's go.
Leeds have defended so gamely up to now. I'll tell you what, they just refilter, reignite that attack. Declan Rice just pushing that ball out wide. This is the corner that was played in. We can deal with it. It's very scrappy, but there's Declan Rice sitting in that pocket. Ball out to Madueke, onto his left, and the ball's supplied. So
Wow.
who can get in the box, and it's hard to reshuffle. Defender go again. That's why Zubimendi gets in front of everyone. It's a great run, really is. One that you expect from the midfielder, and it's a brilliantly well-timed and super header at that near post. That's Candalo because of the pace that Noni Madueke, who comes in the side for Saka today, that's his assist.
Fourth Premier League goal of the season for Martin Zubimendi. Good point you make, Lee. Noni Madueke is supposed to be in the starting lineup for Arsenal. Bukayo Saka got injured in the warm-up. Leeds have to find a way to respond.
Well, they have sat back and listen, you have to be respectful to this Arsenal side. You just know that they can.
28 minutes. Arsenal won 8-0.
That's why you try and nullify, you try and stay in the game for long periods that just can put the pressure on Arsenal. But credit where credit's due, they have come out the traps and Havertz up there, lots of movement, and that's where the goal came from. Just wonder whether Leeds might just change the way they've set up.
Oh, didn't look too happy there, did he? As we shot at him in his technical area, sent on by Darlow.
Nice defending Arsenal.
Does it feel as if Calvert-Lewin's got into the game too much so far?
He hasn't been able to because they've got back into a real solid defensive unit. That's all the midfielders getting forward and see Arsenal having the quality and the possession. More of the possession stats might add. So when they've won the ball back, Leeds, there's only one player that they can really pick out, and that's Calvert-Lewin, which haven't really been able to get him in the game. Whether that changes.
Yeah, launches it down the line.
Nice, good press.
Plays it off Joe Roden.
Incapi.
Inching a few yards, isn't he? Capier working his way down the touchline.
Ooh, another throw in.
He's thrown much to the anger of Arteta, who's offering plenty of words now to the fourth official, Gavin Ward. So it's time to turn the temperature down. Mikel Arteta, Arsenal side, themselves in a good position.
Same thing's going to happen again. I don't think so this season. I really don't. I think they've got too much quality, too much strength in depth. There's always going to be a noise and a pressure around this Arsenal side because of that reason.
Aronson for Leeds. Turn away from Timber, forced to go back to Gruet. Final straight.
It's in the wide area. Saka getting injured, but
Another goal coming.
Bit tight over on the far side, and
Nice.
it's beaten to it by Roden.
find a way. There needs someone.
What's happening?
It's time there, Stuart Atwell, but it's a Ward. Arsenal a free kick for the challenge on Havertz. Take an incorrect position. Look at Leeds so far this afternoon, and you can only really think of that effort from Ethan Ampadu. They haven't given Arsenal too much to be concerned about so far.
No, it's alarming when you do feel that this Arsenal side can punish it very quickly. I don't think of a threat.
Timber
Corner.
looking to cross it, goes behind another Arsenal corner.
I must say, at the start of the first half, I just feel that Arsenal have looked, I think, more than confident. So talk of them not being confident. I think seeing them coming to Elland Road, which could easily and can possibly be a banana skin. I think they've looked really in control of the game.
Very assured so far, haven't they, as we see the movement in the box once again from back to front. The delivery is deep. Gyökeres hits it back across goal. There was no one there to get a final touch to it.
Tell you what, brilliant. Well worked corner, it's a deep one. Gyökeres, just have a look at Kai Havertz. He's drifting on that back post. Can he force his way into the area where, yes, it's congested. I mean, it's a clever little head back from Gyökeres. Should possibly have been, if not a second goal.
It's Premier League start in almost a year for Kai Havertz. Almost opened the door there.
That's a yellow card. That's a yellow card.
In his attempts to get to the ball.
Oh, they want to Gabriel. Come on.
He just catches the top of the foot.
Come on.
They're talking to. Lovely catches Gabriel as he plays that ball. It's just his work ethic. It was played. He looked quite late. Here, straight down to the ankle.
That's a nice tackle.
Gabriel, the full force of the challenge from Calvert-Lewin.
Hasn't got back up yet, Gabriel. So feeling the effects of that challenge. 10 minutes to go until half
10 minutes
time.
to
Maybe
go.
there'll be a few minutes added on at the end of
We
this
have
first
time.
half, though.
Madueke.
Just unable to bring it under control. So won their last 6 Premier League games against Leeds this afternoon to stretch that run to 7. Found a way to help it onto Gruet.
Nice.
Over on the far side.
Let's go.
Sure, what Gruet Tried to get
Guys.
back to goodness, and he was still on his knees almost.
Yellow card is going to come out for the first time this afternoon. The referee, Stuart Atwell,
Nice. That play, I
sees his name taken.
Takes him clean out. I think from an Arsenal perspective, have a bit more of that comfortable edge.
Very in control here so far this afternoon. Here's
Nice one, Timber. Madueke. Madueke. Corner. Corner.
An Arsenal corner.
That ball's gone down that right hand side, hasn't it, with Madueke. Timber likes to venture forward also.
Sixth corner of the first half for Arsenal. Can they find a second goal here? Very much on top right now.
Let's wait and see.
Comes the corner. Darlow tries to punch it away, and it's found its way in. Kai Havertz wins away, and Arsenal strike from the corner once again. So many bodies in and around that front post. Looked an unfortunate moment, a moment to forget for Carl Darlow. Arsenal won't care, they lead by 2-0.
Right, but the delivery is brilliant from Madueke. It's got to be dealt with. I mean, there's not one Arsenal player near Darlow.
Nice one.
Calvert-Lewin. That's where it's absolutely all over the place. Darlow tries to punch it. Like Calvert-Lewin's not in the way. He could easily catch it. That just shows that there's no Arsenal player near him.
That's our own goal.
All confusion. What a second goal that is to concede. I mean, that is a comfortable edge. Arsenal like. Great delivery
Moment for Daniel Farker and for Leeds in charge here this afternoon, and they have found that second goal. It looks a long way back now.
Will that go down as a Darlow own goal? I think it will do. I'm disappointed. Delivery's brilliant. It's on the money, but it's the confusion from Calvert-Lewin that is even more of a problem. He was the goalkeeper.
Another one.
Quite easy.
Such a fear factor, isn't it? Dealing with Arsenal from those set-piece situations. To the team for the last 3 games in place of Lucas Perry. It's trying to rouse their side here. Find a way to strike before half-time.
Need another goal to be safe. Nice defending.
Arsenal been excellent. They really have. Wonderful foot. Seem like they could probably go another gear as well. That's a fearful thing for the Leeds. They just haven't
Nice.
got a hold in the game at all.
Nice. Arsenal will throw in. Let's go.
Just the kind of response, the kind of
Another
performance
goal.
so far this
A
afternoon
third goal incoming.
that Arteta and all Arsenal fans would have been looking for. Has been confirmed that the Arsenal second was an own goal from Carl Darlow.
On goal.
Too many teams come here to Elland Road and look as
Nice
assured and as in
one.
control as Arsenal have done here this afternoon. Finds a way to
Timber,
work
let's
into
go.
Rice, who sweeps it out to Nkapia and Trossard.
Trossard. Oh, no one was there.
Pushed on to find Aronson by Bogle.
Oh, nice timing.
To Ampadu.
Kunil.
Ruiz.
Yes.
It's having to be patient in possession. It's worked out to find Aronson. on stack. Still right.
Oh, they want to score. Come on. It's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't think it was a penalty. I know there was big shouts. Ball that was played across the box. And Rice in front.
Hopeful appeals from a contingent who are desperate to just see their side get back into this game. Trossard down for Arsenal right now.
That's what you want to see from Leeds wing backs and then delivery into the box, but Calvert Lewin has had nothing to go at.
Moment to forget. Just a few moments ago before Carlo, it was just a complete mess, wasn't it, Lee, at the front post?
Yeah, I mean, he's whipped in on the money, isn't he? But as I said, there's not an Arsenal player anywhere near one that causes the problem, if anything, for Carlo.
They've been.
Timber, show them.
Sent forward seeking
Madueke. Nice.
Havertz arriving in the box. It comes in now towards Havertz.
That's a penalty. Come
Makes the
on.
challenge. The ball behind once again.
What a ball that was from Gabriel. He drives that into that right-hand side where Madueke is in acres of space. He knows that anything just in front of him, he can run onto it. Oh, that cut back. Ready to.
Corner.
He does well defensively. Otherwise, Havertz might have had a clear attempt at goal.
That's an intervention. But it sets up the same problem we've seen through the first half here for Leeds. They have another Arsenal corner to defend. But Tom Caldalo at the moment.
Let's see if it's gonna be a goal.
Goes to the front post. It's flicked away. Might change Justin. 2 minutes to be added on at the end of this first half. Trossard sends it in. Leeds cannot afford for this situation to get any worse before half time. Flipped out to Madueke. Right there, Rice. Now Trossard. Rice with room on the edge of the box. He's going to send one towards the back post. Gabriel heads it down. Need to get this ball cleared away. They can. It's just launched long by Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
It's a standing play from Arsenal. Really leads to the sword here.
Nice
Just
control.
waiting at that half-time whistle. Recoup Leeds because I just don't see a way out of this at all.
See there, just a little goal mouth action like he has been here. This afternoon, Leeds had an attempt on target to the approach half-time. Landing that for Sam Stroud.
It's an awkward one on the back. It's to ponder. Farker. I think there'll be changes made. You do.
Side indeed for Spark Mikel Arteta's side. Certainly not. They've looked like potential league champions here so far this afternoon.
They have been credit to them. Arteta. They've been by far streets ahead.
Nice goalkeeper.
Manchester City fans, Aston Villa fans would have identified this test here this afternoon as one in which Arsenal could slip up in the form that Leeds have been in. Gyökeres and Arsenal creates another chance before half-time, so Mendy helps it on. There is the half-time whistle. Arsenal have been excellent here so far this afternoon, building. Then the opening goal came. It came from Martin Zubimendi.
Zubimendi.
Caldalo. Situation got even better for Arsenal. Caldalo was unable to deal with a corner in towards his front post. An own goal from the Leeds United goalkeeper. Half-time score here. Leeds United 0, Arsenal 2.
Arsenal 2. Arsenal 2. Let's wait for the second half now. Arsenal has been the best team this first half. Let's wait for the second half and see how things will unfold, my guys. I'm so happy I can see 4 people have voted. 25%. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Hey chat, 5 minutes to go. We get to the second half, man. Just hold your horses, man. There will be more goals. Top 7 points. Clear. Lord Clat. They are never ready, man. They are never ready for this. Anyway, let's wait for it, man. Let me hold my horses and wait for it.
that, yes, Arsenal probably will have the pressure, all the noise around, but go and have a go at them. That's one thing that they haven't done.
Daniel Parker makes 2 changes at half-time. Sean Longstaff and Noah Okafor into the action. James Justin and Gruev, the 2 players who have been replaced. So we're back underway here. Arsenal 2 goals to the good. Martin Zubimendi heading home, and then a Carvalho own goal. We see a better version of Leeds here in this second period. It's always been a classic away performance, hasn't it, from Arsenal so far this afternoon? Mental concern for them. Here's Goodmanson, who looks to cross. He tackled it towards the front post. Calvert-Lewin was looking to get on the end of it. Leeds have won themselves a corner inside the opening seconds of the half.
And just as we touched on, we need something going forward that put good delivery into the box. The main man, Calvert-Lewin, thrives off that sort of service.
Into the front post. It's a disappointing delivery away by Jokered. His Stack. It's a long stuff. Delivery this time. It's Declan Rice who's able to clear it away.
I was just thinking through half-time interval. The next goal is really important, by the way, for so many reasons. Is that Arsenal reactive Leeds are the ones that go and get that next goal. Just to put a bit of edge on the game.
XG of just 0.02 in the first half. Leeds United struggled to make anything happen in the final third, but they'll know they can get a goal back. Behind them, it can be a very different situation, but can they find a way to trouble Arsenal here?
Certainly more purpose about their play, even in these opening couple of minutes to the second half. Danger is sort of forward movement play. Arsenal really punish teams and have done over the season.
Game and a half against Leeds so far this season. Arsenal scored 7, haven't conceded. Timber to Madueke. Away beyond Goodmanson this time. It's a long step.
Long stuff.
Frustration here. It's on. Forward quicker. To the edge of their own penalty area. Just about keeps it in play. He steps up to the challenge on Longstaff. Gets scrappy once again. Goodmanson just hoists one high. Lewin looks to get the better of Gabriel. Now Okafor. How much influence can he have on this game?
Okafor.
The substitute. Comes in and it flicks behind and Leeds have another corner.
This is far better from Leeds. Start to ask questions. They've got to be quite honest. I suppose everyone would have felt that Arsenal would go and win. Can they have a go in this second half? Conviction.
Sent in by Stack. It's towards goal.
Nice.
Save for David Wright, who has had very little to do here so far this afternoon. It's Stroud who got on the end of it.
Pretty straightforward header as well, wasn't it? It's a guided pass, David Ryan.
Moving down the pitch quickly, but it's an attack which breaks down. Header that we just saw from Pascal Stroud. First attempt on target of the afternoon at the Clark's side.
Nice. Let's go.
hard off the ball, and then Leeds to go back to Darlow. Sends it long, looking for Calvert-Lewin, who had an awful tumble there, and he wants a free kick coming from the referee Stuart Atwell.
Clever defending from Gabriel. Hard one for Lewin to get control of, something that's above his head. Kind of physicality from just
the operating behind him, and he makes it free. Time challenge comes in from Joe Rodon. Big opportunity that for Arsenal. Gyökeres unable to make the most of it.
Yeah, this opportunity for Arsenal to go through brilliant through pass and super run from Gyökeres. Equally with the challenge as well from Joe Rodon.
Gyökeres.
Maybe felt he had a little bit too much time to Gyökeres. Should have done better. That was from Trossard as well.
Without a goal as comes over to take the latest Arsenal corner.
These were massive problems, wasn't they, in the first half at Leeds?
Situations already. Goal from Carvalho just adding to it. Sweeps it into the front post again. It's headed over the top by Timber.
He should score. Service has been outstanding from Madueke. He's the smaller players in the box. And Timber got too much purchase on. He just needs the glance anywhere near the goal, and it's a problem. Should do better.
They got 2 goals in the reverse fixture. Timber, another there. To the box from Noni Madueke, proving problematic every single time, aren't they? He's put them right on the money here this afternoon.
Yeah, pace, routine. Everything's been very good about his performance.
Found out very late in the day that he would be starting for Arsenal this afternoon. Bukayo Saka bringing his hip in the warm-up here.
Let's
go. To release Timber, who can stride into the Leeds half of the field. Madueke.
Let's go.
Just stepped into trouble there. This came Anton Stack. Madueke working hard to charge that down.
That's why Arteta wants him to add to his game, because he's quality going forward defensively. What expectation levels are expected at Arsenal?
He's been waiting a long time, hasn't he, to have his influence on a game in terms of assisting goals. More assisting 25 Premier League appearances into today for Noni Madueke as Timber tries to just barrel his way through the challenges. And it's Madueke who goes down. Game goes on.
Offside.
This is more like the game I expected, to be quite honest. A bit more of an edge. Just one way. Arsenal are in control. Like that first half where they were. It's not going to go.
Buoyancy, wasn't there, here at Elland Road this afternoon? I think many of the Leeds fans felt they could really give Arsenal a difficult afternoon. Mikel Arteta's side superbly to hold that enthusiasm in the first half. Here's Okafor, who sent in the cross. It was a forward reach to clear it away. Straight to the lead into Ampadu. Turner moves it on to Longstaff. Very difficult to find.
That's the thing about Arsenal, is that they're very good defensively, haven't they, over seasons? Hard to break down. It's just getting that balance right there. They go and win games. Sometimes they've got that cushion, which they have got. this afternoon over Leeds. 2-ball. Just gives them breathing space. And it's all about just weathering the storm.
Into Ward's goal, and Ryan just needs to backtrack there to move that one in. Way to get Arsenal moving quickly. To the loose ball for Leeds.
55 minutes, 56. Nice defense.
Arsenal fullback. As far as Ampadu, challenge comes in from Kai Havertz. There by Goodmanson. The referee, but the game goes on.
Okafor. Go, please. Oh. Free kick.
Leeds have been able to get themselves much more. 63% possession since we got back on the way.
I thought that was going to be the case, though. I mean, they've got to go and force the issue to go and get a third goal, have they now? Comes into their tactical style.
Let's go, food. Nice pass.
Just rolls it across to find Stack. Robinson again getting himself into an attacking position. Makes the challenge, and it's a challenge. He's already penalised by Stuart Atwell. He brandishes a yellow card as well.
Oh my God.
Just raises his arm into
Simba.
what makes it as well. It's a blatant foul. Leeds is innocent. Stuart Atwell, foul. It's a drive because of the way he forced that arm into the face. Just looking down to my right side where the Arsenal fans are. By the way, there isn't a lot of movement. You feel there's a real nervous energy coming from that right-hand side.
Leeds fans trying to do what they can here. Solid Elland Road, still a long way of this game to go.
I'll tell you what, Leeds do need to get the next goal. This place will erupt, I'll tell you that now.
Also preparing a couple of changes.
Martinelli.
Shortly, but first Arsenal have to defend this situation. Kick whipped in ahead of Hyman, not too far away. Wilson back again. Arsenal managed to scramble into safety.
Oh my goodness.
Noise levels have gone up a touch or two here in the last few minutes. Arsenal do prepare to make this double substitution.
There's the real urgency about Leeds side in the second half. They're chasing the game down.
Arsenal let's break up a bit of momentum here as they make these two changes. And a very good afternoon for Donny Madueke, who's going to be replaced here, but
Donny
has he left
Madueke.
his mark on this game?
Yeah, he has. He's a very talented individual. Proved that he's not called upon as we expect. How he's produced, he has that quality.
Kai Havertz.
Also going to be replaced, but a big afternoon for him as well. His first Premier League start in almost a year, 4 minutes into the legs for Kai Havertz.
He needs that only. I think it's just a matter of getting that shoulders back in his legs again. In the Premier League, knows the urgency, how sharp it is. By managing him, the key to the end of the season.
Going to meet this big squad, this very talented squad that they've assembled over the last few years, fighting on all four fronts. It could be incredible 4 months for Arsenal. So much opportunity lays before them. Fantastic, of course, in the Champions League. Carabao Cup second leg coming up against Chelsea at home, and they carry an advantage as well. Still in the FA Cup. Seems to have a bit more energy from somewhere, though, Leeds.
I think we said before coming on, he's literally stayed up. He's in and around on the fluid. Also, that brings him that little bit of energy and bite in midfield. Outfield and whoever really.
Oh my God.
Energy creating some problems for Arsenal. Much to do so far today.
Oh my God.
To the touchline, it's up possession. Works it out to the far side. He just slips, but he's retained possession. To Rodon.
This is what's good about Arsenal. They've got to do their jobs defensively. So that it's difficult to break down.
To counter Lewin. Rodon the way through here. Still going, Arsenal with plenty of bodies around the ball, and it's just swiped half away by Declan Rice. Anthony considered the cross, but instead to Aronson. Stratford pitch into the Arsenal box here. So we can get really good distance on one of these earlier in the game. He just hasn't had the opportunity to do it since.
Dangerous. It's creeping a few yards forward as well.
To step up the pitch. Lifts it long. Calvert-Lewin got up early and he got some good hang time there as well. It's not to find out. Whips in across it. It's to Martinelli. He's across the back track into his own box under immense pressure here from Goodmanson. They might go behind it. He needs another corner.
Good spell for Leeds. This is one that you have a lot of pressure. Can you go and get that goal? Have that momentum? Keep going.
Arsenal. Such a good run recently, Leeds. I have the confidence within this team that they can still get something from this game. Reaching the midway point. Second half. Lots of watching on. The stadium when it's forward. Such an unbelievable place. You give them a victory. Supporters are over the moon. Dancing on tables. They'll be doing that all right if they didn't salvage something from this game. That's 10 minutes of the match. We've seen Leeds have 80% of the ball.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? That's what a difference to be more aggressive on your approach.
Martinelli. Scores back off Wilkinson.
Free kick. Free kick.
Assumes responsibility. Said Leeds, it's just a word or two towards him from Saliba. Just strolled across to speak to the Arsenal captain. Jesse gathers into the back post once again. Home from Odegaard towards the front post. Kind of delivery to what we've seen so far this afternoon.
Post to the pace. Odegaard with a little lead as well. Until they defend it.
Odegaard to Saliba. Seeking Gyökeres, but stood his ground.
Nice defense.
This week, wasn't he, when he was talking about problems that he was saying were affecting Arsenal and this anxiety about when the wait for a title will come to an end. And he just said it's because it's happened so recently and we've seen it time and time again. Seen the crosses leg, turned in. Arsenal have got their third, and it's Victor Gyökeres. And again, it is a goal which looks so avoidable for Leeds United. But for Victor Gyökeres, his wait for a goal is over. A third for Arsenal, and surely now on course, without doubt, for all 3 points.
And you know what's brilliant about this goal is that Martinelli.
Nice one.
Odegaard, and then the whole defence is disrupted from the Leeds point of view. He's got a striker who has to come out, engage. And
Nice pass.
It's all about what keeper goes in the box. Have a look at that. The beautiful
Gyökeres.
volley from Martinelli. And then he talked about can Victor Gyökeres get across? Can he be in an area where he's got an opportunity to strike a goal? Yes, he's in front of Jaden Bogle. He's got no chance because he's got a foul and you've got to bring him down. You know, he's so hungry for goals. Any contacts, straight down the middle. I think Barlow will look at that and could he have done better, but well worked goal from Arsenal.
It's changed. They're going to now send on Buonanotte. Takes the place of Brendan Aronson. Victor Gyökeres. Well, that could be a big moment for him. Goal in 3 of these games coming into today. Had to fight to get on the end of that and then was able to come up with the finish as well. Leeds hopes of a revival here this afternoon.
70 minutes.
I mean, it's worked hard tirelessly at the risk. It's a goal that definitely needed. goals for him, and hard to come by this season. Lots of people looking at what they brought into the football club. That's where he wants delivering. Pauline was outstanding. Martinelli.
Goal of the season, Victor Gyökeres, and it's quite the answer from Arsenal here this afternoon, isn't it? Given all the chat in the week and what's followed after that defeat. Very, very happy with Mikel Arteta. What he's seen from his side here today.
Nice, let's go.
Which could be even better for them. Trossard.
What's up?
Looks to have a go at Oxlade, trying to get there. He passes it to Darlow. So be careful, of course. He's on the yellow card. Pressure coming to quite get the cross right.
Because Darlow wasn't so down, and honestly from Darlow, they're probably cleansing the pitch. What does he? One of them 50-50 challenges, but as soon as you raise or you bring it to a player, particularly a goalkeeper, credit to Darlow, he just gets up and gets on with it. Keepers do that, they go around, they were fouled and that could have been a different outcome for Arsenal.
Advantage of playing first in the Premier League weekend with Manchester City and Aston Villa not in action until tomorrow. So a few of those doubts that maybe had been resurfacing might just be put to bed.
Nice
Arsenal
pass.
hunting a fourth goal. He comes across. It's a straightforward one though for Darlow.
How different as this game turned. I mean, we felt that it was
What's
just
happening?
getting a little bit edgy. And even though they had that 2-goal lead, I think they were a little amount of pressure. All of a sudden now that to be what they were in that first half, and as you said, possibly more goals there.
So just preparing another alteration. Preparing to come on. Double change as well, Gabriel. Two stand below us as well. He's just taken off his training vest. It's absolutely lashing down out here as well. Started against Manchester United last weekend. It was his first Premier League start since January 2025. Again, it's been said so often this season, Lee, but you just look down at the list for Arsenal, the players that they can bring on. It is an impressive squad they've assembled over the last few years.
It also just jumped straight into my head. Some of the thoughts that I was going to talk about. It is, I mean, the quality that's coming off the bench and coming on and making impacts just shows that why everyone are doing this season and what they can possibly do. Let's win potential trophies, Premier League, whether it be Champions League, whether it be the quad. Why shouldn't they?
Good afternoon for Victor Gyökeres, who is now about to depart. He got his first goal in 7 Premier League games. He had to show real fight to get on the end of this league.
Yeah, he did. That's what you want from your strikers. He works hard. That's what he's all about. Disrupting defence issues. And credit to him, he's keeping going. You know, he had some really good moments in the game. He's got his goal, which he'll be really, really pleased with.
Plenty of high fives down below us as well as he goes to his position on the bench. Capier, the other Arsenal player, replaced. Makes those 2 changes.
Saliba pass. Nice.
First time forward to release Declan Rice, who's on one of those surging runs.
Nice.
Still going, Declan Rice. He might just pull the trigger. This is it off here as well. was across goal, and Martinelli just couldn't quite get on the end of it. Instant involvement for Gabriel Jesus. Arsenal, they're not happy with settling for 3.
How good was this from Declan Rice? I mean, powerful. Everything about that run was brilliant. We'll put the finish. I thought he should have taken the strike on. Please don't deal with it. He drops back into his path and should be 4, really. You look at it. Bruce should have passed that into the far corner, which he was trying to do.
He sees those gaps, Declan Rice. He just motors through so effortlessly, doesn't he? Time again from him.
It's just a powerful run from midfield. Once he's in full flow, there's no stopping him, is there?
Landmark day, of course, as well as we mentioned, for Declan Rice, up to 300 career Premier League appearances. First time by Martinelli. Would have gone. Stanford. And Alonso preparing to come on for Leeds. He's just stood down on the sideline right now as Rice pushes it on to find Calafiori. Trossard, plenty waiting inside the penalty area here for Arsenal, committing numbers to the attack once again. Rice on the edge of the box helps it on to find Zubamendi, who got Arsenal up and running here this afternoon with that header in the first half. Now Timber whips it in, great delivery in, and Gabriel Jesus denied by Caldaro, who had to react so quickly, but Gabriel Jesus feels that he should have made it 4.
Yeah, I think he knows as well. I mean, this is patient, it's brilliant place. So many passes that built into this opportunity for Arsenal. Timber's ball, outstanding again, and then Jesus, it's straight at Caldara. So you would expect him to make the save, but I don't think either side is a problem. Possibility of being a 4th.
Glorious conditions here at Elland Road. Not stood in it on the sideline, still waiting to come on as this corner goes deep for Arsenal, and it's just flicked away, but behind by Sean Longstaff, and getting the chance to go again. Reza preparing to come on as well for Arsenal. And another finisher. Declan Rice, the header over the top from Calafiori.
Honestly, the delivery was coming to the box. So whether it's been Declan Rice or Madueke, he's had something. I mean, that's got so much pace on it. Difficult for Calafiori to guide that home.
Top stack. Player of pace as we move into the final 10 minutes. Trossard going to leave the stage for Arsenal. Reza comes on. Looks like it's been a weird few weeks for Reza. He hasn't started a Premier League game since mid-December.
Another talented individual. Trying to find his feet in the Arsenal shirt. Is it? I think he will. It's top class for me. I think it's just completely coming away from what he's been used to at the Palace, QPR to that extent as well. You know, he's in a side where it's full of quality.
He made his mark in the North London derby, didn't he? Not long after he come to the club, got that hat-trick off the bench for a successive Premier League game.
Nice
First time Roden against Rice, and it's the defender who gets across, and the ball just ricochets off Rice. The places where they have had it haven't been conducive to them causing problems for Arsenal, and just that one attempt in this second. David Raya in possession now. He's been a spectator for much of the day.
Yeah, he has. So we have good moments, good spells in the game, which Leeds did have and have done in the second half. And Leeds. The possession's been a lot higher, but they've just probably lacked that quality, haven't they? And then so go and get a third, which completely takes the sting out of the game. And then they
Continually.
want to go through the game and not concede anymore.
We've seen all aspects really of Arsenal's game here today, haven't we? We've seen them causing problems as they always do. We know they do from set pieces, but some really nice moments in open play as well. And defensively, they've been solid, they've been strong, they've stood up to the physical challenge that Leeds can present you. They've found a way to quieten the crowd here, which very rarely happens.
And this is what I've said all along about this Arsenal squad. It's not just the team that's out there at the moment. I just feel that they really do have a good balance. That's why I feel that they're the team, they're the ones that team we can have the final structure, which Arteta is gradually built into this thing that they should have. And
Arteta's team still showing endeavour though. Mustafa works it out to the far side, but he finds Jaden Bowman. See the cross, which is
Nice
sent
defense.
away by Gabriel.
Nice.
Cut out by Calafiori. Takes a risk in a tight space and it presents possession back to Leeds with Longstaff. Pushes out his right boot. Let me push in to find Bogle. Might be something on here for Leeds. Tangle with Calafiori able to
Nice
knock it back to Gabriel, who has time for a keep up before he launches it long. It's been a difficult day for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I expected that it would be, given that he knew he'd be coming up against Saliba and Gabriel, but he just hasn't had too much to feed off here. He's going to be replaced for the final 5.5 minutes as Joel Piroe comes on for Leeds.
he hasn't had the service that you would have expected. And your key players, your best players, if you like, from Parker.
Fabulous season at Leeds over the last couple of months, finding those goals in between the posts for those. Finish as well, Gabriel. Why have they answered some questions here this afternoon? Leeds 0, Arsenal 4.
What's an outstanding goal? This is an outstanding goal from Gabriel Jesus, who has things coming back into the Arsenal fold. Has looked bright, sharp, lively. This is really, really good. I mean, just the cleverness, the awareness of what's in and around him. And then just to have the composure inside the box, which he does brilliantly, moves into an area where Strand gets tight to him, a little Cruyff flick, and then the drag, fake drag, passing from Odegaard, this one here, and then the foot push forward. He knows where the goal completely is. He knows his centre of the box. Can I produce a strike of that quality? Yes. He's got absolutely no chance whatsoever rooted. What a great finish that is.
Second Premier League goal of the season, and so much to admire about it from Gabriel Jesus. And
From hell.
it has turned into for Arsenal here. Playing with real confidence, playing with a swagger. Jesus helps it on. Martinelli's got options right and left. He tries to find Rising. Brings for Martinelli again. Gets away from Darlow. Puts it behind for a corner. Lovely move again from Arsenal.
And this would have been an outstanding goal from back to front. Passing. Brilliant from Jesus. He could have easily got the foul. Wants to get on with things. Look at the amount. Arsenal bodies flying forward, wanting to get on the score sheet, wanting to add to the scoreline. Forcing the save. Darlow, more like Arsenal, isn't it? Really having a go and six teams to the sword. That's exactly what they've done to Leeds today.
In search of a 10th goal against them this season because they were rampant in the reverse fixture back in August, winning by 5-0. Could they find a fifth again here today? Free header at the back post, cleared off the line. Sent back in by Gabriel. Leeds just wants this game to all be over. They don't have their confidence to get hit too badly. Huge game coming up for them next against Nottingham Forest. And of course, this does their goal difference. Plenty of damage as well. We don't know how tight it's going to get down there come the end of the season.
It's a big point, isn't it? So you can't afford to switch off. That was far too easy. And they have certainly under massive amount of pressure from them corners and deliveries that have been put in from Arsenal. Just to switch on and leave two major players at the back post, no one near them at all. They've been thriving, been damaging.
They that has certainly gone against the grain from what we've seen recently from Daniel Farke's side. They just want this one now to all be over. We're hearing there will be 4 more minutes bolted on at the end of the 90.
Massive credit to Arsenal. I mean, they've been actually outstanding. There's been that little spell that Leeds had and to get themselves back into the game, but again, it's just been dominant. They've been brilliant. An example of a top quality team.
Leeds find a goal late on it. Buonanotte advancing and hit again. There's just no way through. Some big games coming up as well, Leeds, when you look at their upcoming fixtures. I mentioned that game here against Nottingham Forest next. Chelsea, Aston Villa and Manchester City, the 3 that follow that.
Yeah, huge games. I mean, listen, they're all big games in the Premier League, you know, there's no doubt of that, but when you do start to think as this season progresses, the ones that you just reeled off, you just wonder, damaging, I would say, performance, and this isn't over yet.
4 minutes.
I feel that they're not further ahead. They have to put this one aside, Leeds. So real signs of just drifting away from the bottom 3.
Their objective this season was survival. Is all that matters, and they put themselves in a good position to do that with the 6-point gap coming into today. With the bottom 3, play West Ham final day of the season. Who knows? Could be on the line when that comes around in May.
So I'm not sure that many Leeds fans would have expected to get a win, the possibility of a result, even obviously not at all. But this was a great time to play Arsenal. I'll tell you what, it's been a great response.
Odegaard flies one forward, doesn't quite get the angle right. Plenty of people were looking at this, weren't they, Lee? And given what's happened with Arsenal recently, and they dropped points in 3 straight Premier League games, and coming here where Leeds beaten in 5 and just one defeat in 11 games in all competitions, both home and away, had that feel about it. It could have been a really stern test for Mikel Arteta's team here, but they've come through it with flying colours.
Well, they certainly have. It's been a good performance. I would have liked to have seen Leeds really having a go, particularly being at home. I don't think that they had that game plan. It was maybe trying to nullify more than anything Arsenal were throwing at them. That was a disappointment. Because Arsenal getting them 2 goals in the first half, you did feel it was a massive ask for them to get back into the game.
He'll enjoy the journey home tonight, Mikel Arteta. Arsenal find 5th. Time is up. Just over 90 seconds, you would think, to play. This charges across to offer the option of a short corner. It's a couple of players away initially from the front post. Will be sent in by Odegaard into the 6-yard box again. Arsenal hit the first contact, as they so often do, but the header just loops over the top, and just a few things boiling over now. Fiore coming to be led away by his teammates. Arsenal don't need to involve themselves in anything like this. The job is done here. here today.
Yeah, let's not spoil it. I think will be the message too. Some players on the pitch, no need. So it's dealt with, no problem. We'll pull the shirts and a bit of coming together to do in Calafiori. The pressure's definitely back on the two that are chasing him. Manchester City and Aston Villa, you'd say, tomorrow. That's what Arteta will sleep nicely tonight, you would have thought, with this result and performance.
Watch on with some interest tomorrow to see how Manchester City get on in their game against Tottenham and Aston Villa. Take on Brentford, and two teams who now find the gap to the summit at 7 points. Excellent performance for Arsenal here at Elland Road this afternoon. Mikel Arteta's team cruising to a 4-0 victory. Had the makings of a really tough assignment here this afternoon, but they went about the day with real purpose. We saw all the aspects of why Arsenal have had such a good season so far. Sent on their way, first half header from Martin Zubamendi. 11 minutes later, an Arsenal corner proved too difficult to deal with for Cardalo, who pushed the ball into his own net. Leeds had a go at the start of the second half, but then Arsenal got a third through Victor Gyökeres, a much-needed goal for him. The victory was rounded off with 4 minutes left to play. A wonderful goal from Gabriel Jesus. The lead at the top of the table, but Arsenal hold now at 7 points. It's hard to think how this day could have been much better for them. Full-time score here at Elland Road. Leeds United 0, Arsenal 4. Disappointed faces amongst the Leeds players here, Lee, but Arsenal were just simply a class above today, weren't they? Amongst the Leeds players here, Lee, but
There's all eyes on Arsenal, wasn't there? There's been something a little bit more. They have asked more questions of Arsenal. You have to give so much credit to the way that Arsenal team set up. You know, you look at the Saka situation early on, where they had to reshuffle, change. You know, that they've got quality to fight for life with Blakey, but in the next situation, he comes in and makes an impact. Good performance all round from the Arsenal team squad. Arteta, all the pressures mounting, and he's produced a performance of quality all over the pitch.
Mikel Arteta said this week that his team for the next 4 months are going to play with enjoyment, with lots of courage, and with the conviction that they're going to win a Premier League title. And we certainly saw that from his team here today. A very happy away, and for the day of frustration, Daniel Parker and for Leeds, who've been on this wonderful run, and they just now have to make sure that this defeat and the scoreline as well just doesn't derail them from their mission of staying up.
Yeah, definitely. So up against the top team today, you know, a side that potentially will win the Premier League. He's got more trophies this season, and you know that you've got to be on your game all over the pitch. Unfortunately, the game plan didn't work. You have to put that aside, and you have to look at the next fixture that's coming around, which you do feel that coming weeks they've got some big games from now till the end of the season. It's all about staying in the Premier League for Leeds.
Huge game coming up for them next week as they take on Nottingham Forest here. They can clear this game from their minds and then start to focus on what will be a huge 90 minutes in their season. Not the day today, Daniel Parker, or for Leeds United. Arsenal simply superb here this afternoon and leaving as 4-0 winners.
Nice.
moments that mattered here this afternoon. Nani Madueke thrust into the starting lineup after the injury to Saka. Zubimendi heading home brilliantly on 27 minutes. Arsenal's afternoon could soon get better. Problems all afternoon long for Leeds defending these corners. Carlo punching the ball into his own net. Tried to find a response in the second half, but on 69 minutes, Victor Gyökeres in the 6-yard box there to grab a much-needed goal for him. And the pick of the bunch coming with just 4 minutes left to play. Look at this from Gabriel Jesus. So much to enjoy here. Team from Arsenal Sport.
Nice.
Start that again, sorry. Nolly, this could have been much tougher. A lot of people thought it would be, but that was...
Set pieces was a key. First corner came in, it got cleared, and then he should have perhaps crossed it there, but he thought, you know what, I'll get a bit closer. Brilliant ball in, super Mendy, 6-yard box, poor marking from Leeds, no one at the near post. He's not made a deep run, he was just standing there, but the quality of the ball into the box made the header for the midfield player. And then another set piece from that right-hand side where the left foot was put right underneath the crossbar. Carl Darlow can't do anything about it, should do a little bit better, punches it into the own net and becomes another own goal for Arsenal. We know how many they've got so far, 5. And Gyökeres, this is a good goal, really good play on the right hand side from Martinelli, does brilliantly well, defender dives in, but just watch how he gets across Bogle at that far post. That's the sign of a good centre forward. It's a good run, he's behind him and he just gets in front. Just see the position, just steps in front. The ball's going to be in that space. He knows it, gets there. Again, poor defending. Best is saved till last with Gabriel Jesus, who is out the side today because of Gyökeres scoring. So he'll be pleased with that goal. But Jesus not going to be outdone. A little ball into the feet from Odegaard. That little turn, that little shimmy, and that little bit of foot
work is absolutely brilliant, and it just bends it into the top corner. Once he creates the space, you expect him to score because he's got that quality, just bends it around the defender into that far post. 4-0, dominant performance from Arsenal, exactly what they needed. Handbrake is off.
For today, 5 earlier in the season at the Emirates, 9 goals without reply for the Gunners against Leeds United. A good day for a smiling Mikel Arteta at the end. Brighton, Bohemian place, so Graham Lasso, take this one.
Yeah, it wasn't really an exciting first half. A couple of little looks from Matoma, good link-up play with Danny Welbeck, lovely 1-2, and Jordan Pickford showing his quality coming off the line as he does so quickly when he spots danger. Watch the little interplay, Matoma gets away and then Pickford just closes the angle down and forces the shot wide. That was it for the first half. Second half up here in Dewsbury Hall started to get a bit more involved. It's a bit of a snapshot. It's not a great effort, but you see he's just starting to get into a couple of positions here as he did better in the second half and scuffing that shot wide. And then a bit of a mix-up from a Brighton perspective. Barry cutting the ball back to Dewsbury Hall, and as this ball comes into him, you just think he's going to open his body up and finish that. It's a bit too close to the plug and he makes a save with his feet. When he gets into a decent position, you can just see the quality he has, calm, experience, just tucks that ball into Pickford, who can only watch. And then it
seemed like that was going to be that.
It certainly did. 97th minute to cross in from the right-hand side, poorly cleared by Dunn. Just gets a little bit on. It's a fabulous strike by O'Brien, who's in at left back, hits it into the ground on target. It's a really good save by Brooklyn because it bounces awkwardly in front of him. But the first person to react is birthday boy and sub Beto with a really important point for Everton,
who never quite acknowledge when they're beaten. It's a useful quality to have. Wolves and Bournemouth, Wolves the bottom team.
Yeah, fantastic goal from Krupi. I mean, you won't hit a better one all season. It just pops up for him. Brilliant little play from Scott and Adley to set it up, but just lifts it over the goalkeeper with his laces. Really good. Rokadare gets a chance. Shot, saved by Petrovic. Sorry, this is Jimenez down the right-hand side. He gets away from his defender, and then when he gets in the box, wastes no time in making Saab make a save at the near post. It's a save he should make. It was a decent effort. As I mentioned, Rokadare saved on Petrovic. Gets in front of the defender. That's exactly what you've got to do. And then you just sweep it into the net, a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. Petrovic kicks it away. And then a header. Mosquera again thinks he scored. Bounces off the post, a little bit unlucky. Wolves, they can't seem to get a break. And then they were finished off by some good play from Rayan on that left-hand side. Pulls it back. And a good run into the box from Alex Scott. He played well, Alex Scott, setting things up and getting into the 6-yard box. So it was a good sign. He enjoyed that one 2-0.
Yeah, Alex Scott from the Channel Islands. Fair to say that he's the second most successful footballer from the Channel Islands after me.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Bottom half of the Premier League table looks like this. With Wolves well adrift, 17 points. Burnley yet to play. They're on Monday night. West Ham are about to watch them shortly. Forest play tomorrow. And if we look into the top half, well, Everton have managed to cling on to their place in the upper echelons. In fact, they've gone up 2 places by dint of that late goal by birthday boy Beto. Arsenal, though, the headline act today, 7 points clear of Manchester City and Aston Villa, both of whom play tomorrow, as do Manchester United at home against Fulham. We're about to watch Chelsea, and later we'll be watching Liverpool too. So, next port of call is... So next port of call is Stamford Bridge, where the ever-combative Moises Caicedo will be hurling himself into the hurly-burly of a London derby. We'll be on the pitch.
Nice. I think now it's over. It's over.
The Premier League on USA Sports is brought to you by...
It's back. Arsenal is back. Back to back. Arsenal is back, man. I'm so happy. Big up. What a win. 4 goals. What a win. To be Mendy. Very nice. Very nice. Header. Gyökeres. Very nice finish. Victor Gyökeres. Oh, wow. Wow, I'm happy, man. See you tomorrow. We're gonna head to watch Aston Villa match and Man City match. So lock in, man. Lock in, man. We are now how many points clear? 7 points clear. 7 points clear, man. Right now. And I love it, man. Come on, you Gunners. See ya in the next live stream. Tomorrow I'll be here as early. Alright, so lock in, man. See ya. Arsenal might win, man. What a win. Let me write it, man. What a win. Yes. 4 goals to nil. Four goals to nil, man. Big up. See ya in the next live stream. That's been a blast over here, man. See ya. I love you all, man. Peace. All the best out there, man. Best of luck. You all. See you tomorrow. Peace.